Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Tokyo Yo. My name is T. So here I've got another box. This one is another plastic from SF. It was so good I couldn't hold back. I had to get another one. And I also thought this would be a good time to do a more in-depth feelings on the yo-yo as well, because I've had another plastic for, oh gosh, a couple weeks now. So I thought, why not give my full impressions on the yo-yo? Not just my first impressions. So there we go. So I went with the clear the first time. This time I went with the blue because it's summertime in Japan and it's very, very hot. So this is the blue SF yo-yos plastic. It's that feeling all the time. There we go. Yep, it's a beauty. It's a real beautiful yo-yo. Just like the clear. Do I have my clear one somewhere? No, but good thing, oh, it's up there on the microwave. Good thing about this is that the clear SF plastic that I got, the bearing was pretty bad. It was extremely, extremely oiled, so it was like completely responsive. It was almost unplayable. So I tried to play through it for a while and it never got better. So even after like over a week of playing it, just constantly. So I eventually swapped the bearing with something else I had on hand and it's gotten much better. Unfortunately, I lost that little bit of extra smoothness it had, but what are you gonna do? So what I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna give my rough overview of the SF plastic, not just the unboxing that I did before, but I'm actually gonna take you guys through all the things that it can do and give you my final impressions on it. So let's go ahead and string it up and see what we got. Okay, so basically the things you should know about this is it's very wide. It's about as wide as a gauntlet. If you don't have a gauntlet, it's about as wide as like the manatee. It's a very, very wide yo-yo, and I didn't know that at first because it doesn't feel that wide in the hand. Oh, it's so smooth for a plastic, for sure. I heard other people complaining that their bearings were very slippery. I haven't had that problem. I use zip lines, so it's always, I never have a problem with things like that. The SF plastic is very, very maneuverable. It's very easy to move around. Whoops, that was a terrible throw. Like I said, it's very easy to move around. It feels very light. There's a tiny little thunk at the end of the string when you throw it, but you can't really get all of the heaviness out of a plastic. It has to have some rim weight, but compared to other plastics I've played, it's very, very light. This comes in at 64 grams. Grinds are absolutely amazing. So buttery smooth. It does have a little bit of plastic vibe, but I'd say it's around an 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 maybe. It's absolutely butter on the string. Because it's very wide, it's easy to get the string into the gap whenever you need to. You can see here, whips. Let's go ahead and show you my classic 3-whip test. Oh, there's that bearing. Didn't get responsive, that's good. I always miss my first friend. I always get the second one. I don't think it got responsive. No, thank goodness. The other one did almost right away. Very nice response. Because it's nice and wide, you can fit all your tricks into it. I love the way this thing regens. As you can see, it comes off the string very nicely. Even if you're not really expecting it, the regens, I really like it. You can see it just rolls right off the string. Sometimes it can be a little bit, you really have to watch where you place it when you regen, because since it is a plastic, since it is on the lighter side of the plastic, you want to make sure you really align your regens carefully so you're not out of control like that. But that's my skill level, it's not the yo-yo's fault. A little grind action. Love that one. One thing I didn't know before I was testing today is it's actually very, very good at finger spins. The only reason it's kind of moving around there is because I just clipped my nails, so that's again my fault. I never tried thumb grinds. I suppose you probably could. It does have a decent undercut in there. It's kind of rounded. Let's see. See, I kind of threw it at an angle a little bit. Nah, you can't really fun grind on it. But who cares about that? Almost no one. Yeah, what else can I say about this? It's a fantastic yo-yo. It's so much fun. You just can't help but wanting to take it out. It's got a great hand feel. It's got a really nice feeling in the hand, and the catch is so nice because of this. I mentioned before, that frosted plastic makes it really just a pleasure in the hand, especially during summer when everything's just sticky and gross, especially in Asia here. The summer is just brutally terrible, so it's nice to have like this pleasant, soft little polycarbonate in your hand. Yeah, love this thing. Yeah, so final thoughts on the plastic. Like I've said, I made this post on Instagram a few days ago, but the Notice from Yo-Yo Empire is still my favorite plastic of all time. But that's a Delrin, and it's still around the same price. It's around $20, but I will definitely say, and maybe this is a controversial statement, the Notice is still my favorite plastic yo-yo of all time, but this, the SF plastic, is definitely the best polycarbonate on the market, hands down. It's very smooth, and actually this one isn't even as smooth as my other one, so maybe I could tune this up. I'm probably going to be half swapping to get two blue and white, so that'll be really nice. But it's so dead smooth. It's really fun and light to play with. It's got a great catch, got a great hand feel, nice response. Although some people have said it's slippery. I've heard people complain about the bearings. Like I said, mine was over lubed, so that's something you may want to worry about. But don't worry about taking it apart. The build quality is fantastic. I was able to take it apart no problem and put it back together several times. The only thing I noticed that was a little bit short is the spin time, which, I mean, it's a plastic, so you're never gonna get long spin times. Not crazy long, but I think with all the other things going for it, the spin time really isn't that much of a big deal. And it's enough to get through the combos I do, which are super short anyway. And I think when you just look at everything as a whole, what they've managed to accomplish with this yo-yo, I think it's really special. And yeah, you should definitely go out and get one, get two. I mean, they're $20, so for something this smooth and this fun and this playable and these great colors, why not get two and just half swap them? It'll be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a nice day, and sayonara.